Everyone, welcome back inside the treasure chest. I'm Frank. My wife Janelle that's filming me right now. We both sell stuff on eBay. She does it as her full-time job, and I help her outside of my full-time job. I just want to do a quick how-to and show you how to pack a record. I know of a lot of different ways of other people on how they pack records. This is just how I do it. I do a lot of the shipping for Janelle on her eBay business and everything. I try to keep the shipping as cheap as possible because a lot of our records that we have sell for very low dollar value. We always poly them. I buy large poly bags that I wrap them in. I actually store them in the poly bag once they're listed, and I write a SKU number on there so we don't have to flip through the records and try to find the record. I just look for the number, which makes it very quick and easy. And the poly bags we buy in bulk. We get them fairly cheap. And then I also buy these in bulk, or they're just, you've probably seen these, they're just record mailer boxes. You can buy, the trick is to find these cheap. A lot of times you buy them on Amazon, and they can get expensive if you don't buy them from the right supplier. You got to shop around a little bit, and you can actually get these fairly cheap if you buy enough of them as well. So I start with my box, and I'll do a sheet of bubble wrap. This is the small bubble wrap. I'll just tear a sheet and I'll sandwich it in between the two sheets of bubble wrap. Like that. And like that. And then I always do a little handwritten thank you card in there. Actually, Janelle wrote this card because her handwriting is much better. These will hold a few records at once. Now, this is where it's a little different than most people. I haven't seen anybody do this yet. I'm sure someone has thought of this before. But I like to use hot glue to seal up the box. That way I know there's not going to be any moisture in there. It's going to add a little more rigidity to the box. And I know it's not going to come open either, even with the tape. And when you do this too, with the glue gun especially, you got to make sure you slide it enough to where the edge of the box meets up with the corner. A couple times I've done it with a gap there, not realizing I closed this all the way up, and then the glue hardens and you got a gap there and you got to start over. So there's that. And this goes obviously a lot quicker when I'm not on camera. I can ship these pretty quickly. I just run a quick bead, and you know, again with the hot glue too, you can get it pretty cheap if you buy enough of it in bulk. And if you do go with the hot glue method, I recommend buying the long sticks of hot glue, preferably the longest you can actually find, because it gets really annoying trying to stick another stick of glue in there when you're in the middle of trying to ship something. So this is why I like using the hot glue though, because now I haven't even taped this yet, and I am feeling safe about this box. Like, it is not gonna come open. And it makes it a little stronger too. There's no gaps and such. But then I just put a couple strips of tape on there. This is kind of my system. I just do this so I can fold the tape over easily. And that's about it. I'll slap my immediate shipping mail label on there, and off it goes. Hope this helps you. So then the next thing I want to show you how to ship is a large vintage lawn chair. I don't know if you've seen these before. I remember my mom having one of these growing up. It's pretty neat, but I'm not going to open it up in here because the thing's huge, but it opens up, and then you can set it for whatever, you know, adjustments you want. I hate shipping large items, I'll be honest with you. I try to avoid it. I will frequently tell Janelle when she's outsourcing, find small items. We don't bring home large things, but every now and then we get an exception. These lawn chairs we know are fast sellers. They sell fast, and we can usually get a minimum of $50 for them. And she happened to find this at the Goodwill bins for like $1 or $2, I think. So, but yeah, I'll give you a quick run around on how to ship this. What's up, buddy? Yosemite Sam. Frankie has Yosemite Sam here. We are not shipping that out today. We are saving that one. That one's for Daddy's desk. Okay. Again, just for appearance, I'm gonna wrap this up with bubble wrap. I go overkill on my shipping. I will warn you right now. Go ahead and roast me in the comments. I put stuff in boxes when it should be put in poly bags and shipped out. If you look at it, it's really not that much more. I mean, I guess if you're doing free shipping, it's a problem. I do calculated shipping on all my listings. So I should say our listings. But it's not a big deal. But I like the present. I'm big on presentation when they're getting their item at the door. That way, if it's not quite up to their standards, I feel that if it's presented right, it might be less chance that they're going to complain or bad feedback or want to return it. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. That's just my thinking of psychology. So, I got a large box here. I found this box a while ago, actually, before we had the chair. And I know that we occasionally get these chairs, and they're good sellers. So I picked up this box and hung on to it in case we did find one of these chairs. And lo and behold, we have a chair to ship out. So I'll just get some bubble wrap here. I'm going to go with the big bubble wrap. I don't know why. I guess you could use the little... You don't really need bubble wrap for this. But again, you know, it's going to look nice when they get it. Looks like well, I guess I do care, but just put the little extra effort into it.
Daddy?
What's up, buddy?
Daddy?
What's up, buddy?
Look. I want to give you.
And I'll put a link in the description where I find the poly bags for our records, as well as the boxes for them. For the previous
Bang,
clip,
bang, bang, bang.
the previous clip that you saw.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
So in reality, this bubble wrap's not really doing much, but I'll give you a little heads up on what I'm concerned about with shipping this. My biggest concern is just somebody dropping it on the edge and bending one of these metal ratcheting things for the adjustment. So that's why I'm going to at least ship it in a box that's a couple inches bigger and not keep it tight right up to it. It's going to cost more in shipping, but
Bang, bang, bang,
again,
bang.
I do calculate shipping, and if they don't want to pay the extra shipping, they're welcome to purchase it from somebody else with cheaper shipping. I kind of look at shipping as you get what you pay for. I mean, how bad do you want the item to... This is, and again, these are all my views. Everybody runs their eBay business differently. This is how we run ours. It seems to work for us. And we haven't had any major issues, so... Will I keep doing it this way? I can't promise you that. We may decide to switch it up and try something different. I don't know, but... So, this will fit right in this box. And now, because this is a large item, I noticed a lot of people don't really get into this too much. Anything over a cubic foot, you're paying for the volume of the size of the box. So it is worth it to go ahead and resize this and bring it down an inch. I mean, an inch times, you know, the width and length of this box, it's considerable amount. So I'm going to go ahead and resize it. And I'll be honest, I'm not good at resizing boxes, but I do use the best resizer ever over at Shed Flips. And I do have to say this is a vintage box resizer from Lonnie at Shed Flips because he did change his logo, so I will be making sure I save this forever. But I'll put the link in the description too to go buy them from Lonnie at his YouTube channel, Shed Flips. So I'm going to do my best to resize this. It's got this little wheel on here that perforates the cardboard. And whenever I do this, I have a hard time doing it straight. So if you do it better, great. Do a video and show me. And if I can resize this, anybody can resize it. Because like I said, I have a hard time doing this straight. Now once you do that, you take your blade and just cut up the corners. And then you can resize. Again, when you're doing large items, the size of the box is going to be more important than your weight. Yes, you're going to, weight is a key factor. This is going to go UPS ground too, by the way. UPS ground is the way to go for large items. So, I'll just put these down right on our perforations that we made. And then that'll be our box.
Okay, bud, remember what we said about the videos? You keep talking. I'm not talking. Yes, you were. And you're going bang, 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 bang. And you can't be doing that, bud.
So that's, like I said, that's your box. And then I'm just going to throw some extra padding in here. Again, like I told you, I was worried about this getting dropped on through the box if someone's carrying it on its end and it getting bent. So I'll just grab some packing paper. And stuff it in here. It'll just give it a little cushioning if it does get dropped on its end. Now I don't work for, I don't even know anybody that works for any services like UPS or FedEx or anything. But from my experience, when you ship stuff through ground shipping, it seems to be taken care of a little bit better. It's not getting thrown onto an airplane. Let me know if your experiences have ever been any different in the comments, but that's, I mean, for us it seems, when we got delicate stuff in it, don't be afraid to, put ground shipping on your item. And again, just paying a little more attention to that part that could bend if it were dropped. And I'll get a little more on the top up there just to move it around. I'm just going to check the measurement here. And like I said, I am horrible with doing this. I went a little, when you resize your box, check the measurements to make sure that they're even all the way around, because they could possibly charge you more if you're higher on one side. They may want to, I haven't had this problem yet, but I do worry about it, and maybe I am worrying a little too much. But got the packing paper in there. I put extra packing paper around some parts I showed you I was concerned about, which should be good. I mean, it's pretty heavy, but I doubt it's going to do anything. And like I said, ground shipping seems to be taken care of a little bit better, being put on a truck rather than an airplane. So then we're going to go back to my hot glue trick. I'll just slather on some hot glue. And I love using hot glue for heavy items. You don't have to worry about the item falling through the box or tearing the box. The box breaking open because the item's too heavy, especially your when you get into your flat rate shipping and you're shipping super heavy items. And the only problem is with these large items is you kind of run out of glue that's hot, but that'll be fine. And just make sure you remove all your old labels too. And then tape the heck out of it. I don't know if any Bob Ross fans out there, but a little parody on him. We'll tape the devil out of it. Fun, useless fact. I watched a lot of Bob Ross during the pandemic. I don't know why. It was just relaxing to watch him during the craziness going on around here. So there you go. You don't have to be afraid of large items anymore. The key is just finding the right box for it. Especially if you know you got a large item listed, start looking for the box now before you sell it. And then you're not thinking the night before, oh crap, I gotta mail this freaking thing out tomorrow. How am I gonna do it? Well, you already got kind of an idea and a box in mind. You're ready to go. So like I said, Janelle, what did we get this for? What'd you say, $2 at the most?
Yeah, $1 or $2. Yeah.
So, you know, we got, what, with fees, maybe a $40 profit. And this is just off the top of my head. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments, which I'm sure everybody will. But, I mean, what would this take me? How long is this video? 5-10 minutes?
15 minutes
15
total.
minutes at the most, and
yeah,
we made $40. And what do I got in listing it? What did it take you to shoot pictures and list it?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
So yeah, I mean, it's, you know, certain large items are worth it. I mean, I wouldn't want to be shipping these out every day, but if you happen to find one at a decent price, we'll pick it up and send it. So, but there we go. And now I'm gonna get to our other items, but I hope this helps you. I hope it gets rid of some of the fear of large items. But I mean, I totally relate to that because I'm still afraid of large items. I dread it, seeing that cha-ching pop up on my phone, and you go to see what's sold, and it's like, oh, really? I gotta ship this tonight. All right, but we got through it. So we'll see you on the next one.